Hello, so I wanted to talk about Clan Boss today. Now, I know I'm not in the absolute end game. I still am on Bruto, and I can get the top chest, but I have to use 3 keys. I can't do it in like 1 key or anything like a lot of the really in-game guys, but I do want to give you where I'm at currently, give you how I've got to that portion, and kind of explain for people that are even newer than I am why Clan Boss is so important. Now let's start with the last one because it's the easiest to explain, it's what everyone knows. Now the reason the Clan Boss is so important is because these chests here, these rewards are amazing. Now let me explain how the chests work. So starting with easy, you're gonna have these chests like novice, novice, adept, warrior, and you're gonna notice the names are gonna stay the same, like adept, adept, warrior, knight. That's because it's the same chest. Like if you max out easy, you will get the same chest as if you do the third max out on normal. Okay, it's really that simple. It's just a certain type of chest. Now, if you go down to like Bruto, you'll notice the Grandmaster one is 21.6 million, but if you go to Nightmare, the Grandmaster one is 26 million. Okay, it's more difficult to get the same chest from a higher tier, but it kind of balances out because more HP means you're going to do more damage with things that are percentage-based health. So it's kind of easier to get there, and you know, it's kind of an equal. As for the rewards, I've never got the ultimate chest because I can't do 40 million damage in Nightmare, but I've seen screenshots of people who have, and there's amazing shards there. You can get sacred shards, void shards, ancient shards. I believe even 6-star gear and legendary gear would drop there now as well. And so it's pretty important. Sacred shards are basically valued at $30 US in this game, and that's a lot of money. So, and keep in mind, these are daily rewards. And you can even get 2 of the chests, because if you clear it, you get another chest. So, you could potentially get $60 a day in rewards if you get, extremely hilariously lucky. But that being said, that's a ton. That's pretty good. I've played other games, and the other games will give you like $5 to $10 a day in rewards. Seems to be pretty typical. This game, I think, has the potential to give you way more when you're more at the end game. Okay, so that's about the rewards. Now I'm going to show you how I do the Clan Boss. So if you're newer, you can at least get a general breakdown of where damage comes from. And for the people that are better than me can laugh at my shit skills. Okay, so I let it run on auto just so you could see approximately how much damage I did. And Vraska's about to get, yep, there he goes. So 8.63 mil. Now that's not a lot of damage, okay? But it gives you an idea of, this is just kind of a hodgepodge team thrown together of characters that I had 6-starred first, because I only have a handful of them at the time, and you can at least get some damage out to get some kind of chest if you're like a newer player. Really look for anything with any combination of healing, counterattack, defense up with attack down, and poisons are like the biggest deal. They really do the damage. It's like poison. You notice that Juliana did like twice what Coldheart did, basically, even though Coldheart has like Giant Slayer in the forehead on basic and everything. It's because poison and HP burn are a big deal. Poison more so than HP burn, even though HP burn does do more damage. You tend not to have it up as much. Plus poison stacks, so it's significantly easier to do. And if you can get someone like Warlord, or somebody that increases the duration of your buffs or increases the duration of enemy debuffs, it makes it easier to accomplish these goals. So you don't have to have these characters, but just get characters that have any combination of those type of elements, if you understand what I'm saying. And you can put together a hodgepodge team until you really pull disgusting stuff. So to give you an idea, an example of people kind of using what I'm saying. Here's the people that are currently attacking Bruto, and then we can go to Nightmare, and you can see he's attacking Nightmare as well, and he's using things like Tyrell, Steel Skull, Juliana, Skull Crusher, Bad L, and then we have, actually the Drexthar character is very interesting, the high accuracy lead. If you've seen my top 5 legendaries I won, he was number 1, but just because he looks so badass. He's got a flaming skull for. It looks pretty cool, man. And then Bad Alcazar, of course. Everyone's Bad Al, Tyrell, Skull Crusher, Zavia. So if you have Zavia, she's a huge damage dealer. Steel Skull is a huge damage dealer. But there's other characters out there. Tyrell can be replaced with like Bog Walker, for example. And there's plenty of videos out there covering that. So a bunch of people in YouTube comments asked me, hey, what do you think about the events, blah, blah. So I'll answer those. here's how I feel about it, okay? So I've played a bunch of other games. I've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I have played Command & Conquer Rivals. I've played Marvel Strike Force. I've played Clash of Clans. I've played Clash Royale, blah, 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 blah. Most of the mobile pay-to-win type of garbage. And for, gacha game type stuff. Although I guess Clash of Clans isn't, but that's beside the point. What I will say is that in every single one of those games, there's always been events which free-to-play people can get part of the way through, and it requires monetization to fully complete the event. I think, and the only people that get through the event free-to-play are people that have like massively prepared / hoarded for. And I think that that tends to be something that is kind of an industry standard in the types of games that we play. Whether or not you believe that's unfortunate, that's a different topic, and I don't care about that debate. Personally, I find it uninteresting. But that is an industry standard. So this is not terribly out of line. And if anything, I would say the majority of the rewards they tend to give you in these events compared to other games I play and even games I'm coming from, the rewards are better, I'll be honest. In subjective comparison to the other stuff I've done. That being said, I am really enjoying the game now. So there could be a slight bit of bias of me, like just really enjoying the game. So maybe I'm defending it too much. But that is currently how I feel. Regardless of not if you agree with that opinion, that's the honest feelings behind it. So I figured I would give people what they wanted. They were asking how I felt about it. The other thing people were asking me is whether or not I would be able to show my roster, because I never actually thought about this, but I don't really think I've gone through my roster, because you see me doing all these pack openings, but I don't think I've ever actually shown it. So people were wondering, what do you actually have? So let's do that. This is what I currently have, and there's more in the vault. I have legendaries, okay, but I got some questionable ones in here. Now, I know there's some debate that War Mother's actually useful, but, we got the meme. And then, we got another meme. We got Richtof the Bold. And then we got kind of the third meme here. But I will say I'm actually happy pulling this guy, because I think it was like the second raid video I ever made or something. I said, I'm committing to the undead. I want to get every undead character in the game because I think they're a really cool faction. So that is one more off the list. I think that's great. Other than that, I got some like mid-tier stuff, and I have some like higher tier stuff. I have mid-tier like Vrask, and where's some other like Allure, kind of like, yeah, good, but not like best in the game. And I have some really disgusting characters like Skull Crusher and, Juliana, Rey, Queen Eva. I have some good ones too. So yeah, I kind of got a good spread. And then in the vault we have some more, but it's just kind of assorted stuff and a lot of duplicates. Gorgorab, Tomb Lord, Lugan. Nothing in here that I'm like super, super, super excited about, but there is good characters that will come in handy later, like this guy. But you can take a peek. That's what I got in there anyway. So to answer the question, you can see there's a bunch of skill books floating around here to be used. And then after that, it just drops off to rares. I'm trying to keep one of every type of rare, just in case events like these ones actually come up in the future. So I'm kind of trying to prepare ahead. So that is currently my vault for the people that were wondering. Oh, also, a little tidbit that I have just discovered myself is if you were running the game at 30 frames per second, low settings, okay, your clear time is significantly slower than if you were running it at 60 frames a second, okay? This is true on things like the iPad anyway. So this is the BlueStacks emulator. I'm running on 60 frames a second, 9 seconds, okay? So let's go check this out. Let's see if I can do this. I've never actually tried this on the emulator, but this does in fact work. So if I go 30 frames per second, okay? We go back. Now I'm actually like really curious to see if it's actually gonna... If not, I will probably just pull out the iPad Air server this and mirror this for the footage. Okay, here we go. So 9 seconds. It should be the exact same. There's no difference here. Okay. So we're at 8 seconds, 9, 10, 10 seconds. It added a second, which would make sense because for me, it added 2 seconds on the iPad. It added 2 seconds. I was doing it at 10, and then as soon as I turned it to 60 frames a second high graphics, bang, I had it down to 8, just like that. Okay, so here I've turned it on to 60 frames ultra, and my wife has just turned on the vacuum, you may hear. And now let's test it one more time just to confirm, okay? Show you I am in fact not crazy. Here we go. So it was 9 seconds, then went to 10. And now here we have 9 seconds once again. Okay, now you're probably wondering, okay, yeah, congratulations, it shaved off a second, great job. But the fact of the matter is, that's not really where it does matter. Where it does matter is if, let's say you're grinding Minotaur or something for hours, every animation is quicker. So it shaves off a second only in the 3 animations. Think about that, 3 animations, it saves a second, okay? So when you're doing 2.5 minute runs or whatever it is, it takes me forever to do this thing, right? It's shaving off like a minute. Like, it's actually like a big deal. And in Arena, it doesn't matter anyway, because I always lose, so remember to subscribe, so that way I can afford to purchase some skill in this game. Thank you very much for watching this video. I love y'all, and I hope you guys all have a great day.